Ready to talk about why you need to be doing live stream. Come on in, get settled. This is going to be fast and furious, but it's also going to be a lot of meat and potatoes, or tofu and potatoes, whatever you eat. Whatever you eat is going to be a great content-rich time that we're going to be spending together. So I told you I wanted to talk about live streaming and why it has to be a part of what you're doing in your business, whether you are a teacher online or whether you're an offline teacher or a mechanic or whatever. There are so many things that you can do with live streaming to actually grow your business, to grow your leads, to get more people in your pipeline, and ultimately to grow your sales. So we're just going to jump right in. All right, come on in. If you have some questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, but I'm just going to kind of motor through this so I won't have to keep you very long today. All right. So the first thing is, if you wonder what I'm looking at my presentation, right? I have one sheet of paper that I use usually when I do live streams. Either it's a regular sheet of paper or I will project it onto a monitor so that I don't have to keep going, where is my stuff? All right. So my presentation is right there. So if you see me glancing over there, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the monitor. So why do people go live? People go live for a number of reasons. They go live for, I say my top 7 reasons. They go live to inform. They go live to entertain. They go live to demo, maybe unbox something. They go live to sell something, to teach something behind the scenes, and connect, maybe to do Q&A. So I'm going to go through each of those. So when I talk about informing people, sometimes you'll see on Facebook where people will say, hey, if there's been like a tornado or some kind of emergent weather situation, people will actually go live from wherever they are and say, hey, I just want to let you guys know that I'm okay, right? They call that marking themselves safe. That's one example of somebody just informing, right? Sometimes people will just say here, if you're looking for the sale on the dog food or the sale on the salmon, Costco's running a sale. Like literally people will use lives just to inform you of what's happening in the world or in their world. To entertain. A few weeks ago, I saw a guy who was online DJing, right? He was DJing some old school music. Now I could have gone to YouTube myself and listen to the music without an intervention or an intermission from him. But what I did was I saw him going live on Facebook. And so I was like, this is cool. So he literally had his mix, his turntable and everything like it was a party. And he was doing that live. So it made it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more engaging because it wasn't just someone giving you a link to a song. It was someone who was actually in the mix and doing the DJing right there on the spot. Demoing. So a demonstration. Demo means demonstration. Sometimes I will, if I'm ordering books or something, if I've told you guys that I'm looking for something to come in the mail and then that piece of tech comes in the mail or that book comes in the mail, I'll do what's like an unboxing. You see those a lot on YouTube where people will do an unboxing of a tech that a gadget that they bought. I buy a lot of tech. I'm a geek in that sense. So I like to buy a lot of stuff. I'm always interested in the latest technology or video stuff, something to make me better in terms of live streaming. My iPhone, I have tons of stuff. Let me just say that. So sometimes I will unbox those things, open it up where you can see me live in the moment actually doing that, right? Demos can also be things like tutorials. If you go on YouTube, you see people doing makeup tutorials, they'll do knitting tutorials, they'll do changing your oil tutorials. You can use lives to do that as well. The next thing is selling. If you are not selling using live stream, you are missing the opportunity to do what QVC and HSN has done for 50 years or however long they've been on the air, right? The shopping networks, they understand the frenzy that you can create when you are live. So that's why they will do what I'm doing. Say, hey, you can get 6 skillets and you get the knives for free. But we've already sold 10,000 of those. And if you want, right? So they create this frenzy. And if you know that it's live, you know that it's real. You know that if they're saying there are only 1,400 left, there are only 1,400 left because the countdown is there live. Okay. So you can sell. If you want to sell your book, if you want to sell your course, you want to sell your program, whatever, doing it on a live stream will create a different environment so that people feel a little bit more part of it and they get more excited about participating in it. All right. You can do what I'm doing right now, which is teaching. I'm teaching you about the power of live streaming. I'm teaching you about why you should be doing this. If you're a speaker, entrepreneur, coach, consultant, whatever you are, you should be leveraging the power of live streaming to get your message out there, right? So you can teach things. You can literally, sometimes I will just go live with no papers or anything. I'm just teaching something that I know a whole lot about, right? You can use your presentations. You can use Keynote or PowerPoint, whatever it is that you use to teach. You can do that even better with live stream. All right, behind the scenes stuff. So sometimes if I go on television, if I'm calling games for ESPN, sometimes I will actually go live right before I go live on regular television so that you can see production meeting. You can see me meeting with the camera guys, talking about the lighting, getting this melanin right, where you can see me talking to my co-partner, my partner on the TV broadcast, right? Going behind the scenes is a powerful way to draw people into a world that they may not know a whole lot about, okay? And then the final way that you can actually leverage live streams is through Q&A or just connecting. Sometimes just doing like a weekly, hey, I'm here. What do you guys want to know about live streaming? I'm thinking about doing that, by the way. So what do you guys want to know about live streaming? I'm going to go live for like 15 minutes on Friday. And then you guys show up. You ask me all the questions. What kind of equipment are you using? What, how long should a live stream be? What kinds of technology do you need? We can use that kind of platform to actually teach and give people more insider information. All right. So the 7 reasons that people go live: to inform, entertain, demo or unbox, do tutorials, to sell, to teach, go behind the scenes, and to connect and do Q&A. All right. So I know that was a fast and furious on that, but I do want to keep this kind of short. 5 top reasons that people, the audience, why they actually love seeing lives, right? They love seeing lives because there's an adrenaline rush. I mean, think about it. When you're on Facebook or when you're on Instagram and you see that Fran Harris has gone live, or your favorite person has gone live, or so-and-so is about to go live, there's a rush that happens. There's something that happens inside of you when you know, and you can't help yourself. You actually click that button most of the time, if you're in a space where you can do it, where you go to actually see these people going live. Right? Because that's an adrenaline rush. We like the feeling of being live. There's also the other reason that people do it is because the audience likes it because there is a crowd rush. There's a crowd, the ability to crowd watch. You know that other people are doing this thing with you. It's synonymous with like watching your favorite singing competition with millions of people, or watching the Super Bowl, or watching whatever it is that you watch live. When you're doing it with the crowd, sometimes it's much more fun. All right. The spontaneity. I'm live right now, so anything could happen. Like I started sweating. It's hot in here. So this is live, and you're going to get the spontaneity of that moment. There's no way I can fake this. I'm sweating right now. So people like that. They like the fact that anything can happen. A cat can come in the room. The camera can go off. And there's something about live that really ignites people to really feel in that moment. Sumo. Some people call this FOMO, fear of missing out. I call it scared you'll miss out, right? Sumo, scared you'll miss out. If I say I'm going live and I'm going to reveal this big secret about how I was able to make $100,000 doing live streams twice a month, do you think you guys would show up for that? Absolutely. And if you're interested in growing your business, you're going to show up, and you will have a big case of sumo if you don't make that live cast, right? You'll be scared you'll miss out on understanding how I was able to do what I'm doing right now with just an iPhone and just a sheet of paper or some bullets and make $100,000, extra $100,000 just doing live streams. And then the 5th reason that audiences like lives is because they can participate. Right now, you can do the hearts, you can do the I like, you can send questions, you can say I'm here. I can say, hey, where are you guys, logging in from? You can say Dallas, you can say Canada, right? You can participate. That is, again, goes with the first one. Adrenaline rush, the ability to just participate, for it not to be just me presenting to you in a taped environment and you can't really interact with me. If we're live, you can participate. All right. So the 5 reasons that audiences like lives, and the reason, again, you should be doing lives: adrenaline, crowd watching, spontaneity, sumo, and you can participate. All right. We're on the roll. The last thing is I want to talk to you about is why people don't go live, why people refuse to go live. Okay. I'm already telling you, speakers, coaches, consultants, thought leaders, you need to be going live either on Instagram or whatever you use, Facebook, whatever you use, you need to be going live. It will grow your business. All right. One of the best ways to grow your audience right away. All right, 5 top reasons that people don't go live. I talk fast. Yes. All right. Number 1, fear of no-shows. What happens if I go live and nobody shows up? That's happened. I've gone live, and actually I've gone live and I didn't think anybody was there because I couldn't see. I didn't have something turned on. So I was like, okay, nobody's here. Here we go. I'm going to teach it anyway, right? Even if you go live and nobody shows up, guess what? They can still watch it later. they can still watch it later. So one way to kind of prevent the no-show thing that people are afraid of is just telling people you're going to go live. Sometimes I go live in the moment because I didn't plan to go live. And then I thought of something or something happened in the world and I wanted to say something about it, so I went live. But if you want to avoid people not showing up for your thing, then just tell them you're going live. Hey, 2 hours before, a day before, tomorrow I'm going live at 7 p.m. Today I'm going live at 7 p.m. Whatever it is, just tell them you're going and some people will show up, okay? Even if they just drop by. And by the way, dropping by is totally fine. Dropping by is totally fine. All right, so top reason people won't do lives, they have fear of no-shows. Don't worry about it. Just do it. You can use the content later. Number 2, fear of mistakes. Fear of mistakes. Oh my God, I'm going to look so crazy. And what if I forget what I'm going to say? What if I stumble over my words? Have you guys heard me stumble? Yeah. Like I'm talking fast. I'm into this. I love this content. I love the context of what I'm talking about. I love that I'm just in my house, just chilling, teaching y'all how to leverage live stream, right? Sometimes you're going to make a mistake. Not that big of a deal. All right. Number 3, technophobia. Technophobia. Fear of tech. Fear that something's going to happen with your tech setup. Your iPhones, the battery's going to go dead, which has happened to me, by the way. The lighting's going to be bad. You're going to forget your presentation is going to like, whoa, where did my word go, right? Stuff happens. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. But if you want to avoid tech stuff happening, just have a backup. So right now I have this projecting on a big screen, just literally one sheet of paper projected on a big screen so that I don't have to keep looking down. Sometimes I will just have a sheet of paper. Sometimes if I'm out in my car, I don't have a keynote. I don't have my Mac with me. So I just got to use the tech I have. And sometimes that tech is my notepad on my phone. So I'll just have my phone out and I'll broadcast. Don't worry about it. Technophobia, I'm broadcasting right now with an iPhone X. That's it. Great lighting. Got to have the lighting. But even if you don't, do it anyway. That's basically it. My tech stack is iPhone. The audio is good because there's nothing happening in here to create bad audio. Lighting is good, which is what you care about. And then, I have a projection. But most of the time, I don't even have that. Most of the time, I don't even have that. I'll have a sheet of paper or I'll just speak from memory. Not that deep, y'all. All right. Fourth reason people will not go live. What do I say? What in the world am I going to say if I go live? Well, you go live on stuff that you are passionate about, that you're interested in, that you have expertise in, or you have experience in. Some of you have heard me do my pie exercise. When I help speakers, coaches, consultants, authors, trainers learn what they're going to write their books about or teach about or speak about or coach about, I do a pie exercise. Your passion, your interest, your expertise, your experience. That's what you talk about on a live. That's it. And then the fifth reason people will not go live, fear of trolls and negativity. Trust me, you are going to get some trolls and you are going to get some negativity. So depending on the flavor of that negativity, you can block those people. I've done that. Depending on how severe the negativity is, you can report those people. I've done that because there are certain levels of trolling, of trollation on the internet, and you need to know what those are so that you will know how to handle those things. But in terms of people not agreeing with you, I like it when people give me their perspective on stuff, right? We don't have to agree on everything. But sometimes what you can do to engage people in your lives is to ask compelling questions. Make a compelling statement and just say, what do you guys think? And then let the conversation take place in the chat. All right. But pay attention to the flavor of the trolling and negativity because nobody wants someone hijacking their live. You don't want that. And it just creates a difficult experience for everybody there. So I'll talk a little bit about that in another live about how you handle that kind of stuff. But we have some things that we do. We don't publish this stuff because if we told the trolls what is happening to them behind the scenes, then they might change something. We want to make sure that we clean up the internet. All right. So we're going to go do a quick little recap of what I've talked about today. 7 top reasons to actually go live: inform, entertain, demo, sell, teach, behind the scenes, and to do Q&A or to connect. Top 5 reasons that the audience loves lives: adrenaline, crowd rush, spontaneity, sumo, some scared of missing out, and then you can participate. And then the 5 top reasons that people don't go live: fear of no-shows, fear of making a mistake, technophobia, what do I say, and fear of online negativity and trolling. All right. Hope this has served you. Hope you are very excited about going live. I'm actually going to be doing a course on live streaming. If that interests you, just put yes in the comments, and we will send you a private link. We won't post it here necessarily. We'll send you a private link via Messenger. All right. Have a great day. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, and I will see you on the next live.